Hey guys, this is Killrob speaking, and today we are back in automation with our little series where we design, technically at least, the cars for the different competition categories of the car design competition, the official one that was on Automation Games channel. Up today are the 90s, and that was the hot hatch slash fun category. Let's see if we can't build something that is fitting that category. And as always, car choice first. The 90s. No, we start out in 1999 and then we see which body we want to use. Oh, this looks like a fun car. Yeah, it does. But okay. Okay, 80s. We don't care about the 80s. Coupe. It's not really a hot hatch. Ah, we could. Yeah. I mean, this is definitely a hot hatch. Potentially a hot hatch. Let's go a little different and make a hot hatch, a proper hot hatch that is super fun to drive. Well, I think that car was 1995. Yeah, 1995 we go. So what is a fun slash hot hatch car? Well, usually slightly larger than what we are going to build here. Oh, wait a second, wasn't there a slightly larger version of this? No. Alright. This one has a slightly longer wheelbase, but we are not after wheelbase. We are definitely after it just being fun. Oh yeah, that's the perfect body choice. Alright, well that's the wrong chassis. And what do we go for? Treated steel? No, partial alloy. That's good. So, monocoque, of course. Cheap here. You want to stay reasonably cheap, but somewhat lightweight. So galvanized steel, and I think, it would be so good if that is actually a rear-wheel drive. So we're going to make it a rear-wheel drive. That sounds great. And handling, it needs to handle well. It doesn't need to be fast, but it needs to handle well. So independent suspension on both ends. Yes. The engine. Yep, that is fun. That is a really fun aspect of any fun car. And let's go with an inline 4 because of the budget. But we can always tune this one, and it should be lightweight, of course. And 1995, I think we are in 4-valve territory here, but not dual overhead cam. That is, it would be a little too much overkill. Okay. 2 liters, way too large. We need to go small. Very small indeed. Maybe not that small. How about a 1.4 liter or 1.5 liter? Somewhere around here. Yeah. A 1.5 liter is plenty for a car like this. And we don't really care about fuel economy, we just want to make it cheap. Yes, this is all good. Yeah, we're going to rev it a bit, but not too much. Not too much. 45 is already a little sporty. Don't want to make it a sports car. VVT is always welcome. It's such a good technology. Naturally aspirated, we don't need a turbo. Injection system, multi-point, obviously. And not per cylinder, but performance intake. And we go with regular. No, nothing fancy needed there. I don't want to incur any penalties for sportiness, so 13.5 seems reasonable. And here we go with 75 because that I always tend to go between 60 and 80 unless I need all the throttle response, and then I go for 100. And that is only with multi-point or any electronically controlled system here. So that is a narrower range. This is the old game mechanics basically before we implemented the carburetors. This stuff stayed as is, and the carburetors got a rev range where they get a power bulge. And how high do we rev? Well, this is where it gets interesting. I think this one should rev to 7.8. It's just gut feel, I don't know. We can put one quality in here. We could put a quality point in the valves, but I don't know if what dies first, if it's the internals or the valve train. So maybe we even put tubulars on this one. And a 3-way cut, none, and it needs to be... It needs to sound like something. Yeah. This is horribly knocking. Yeah, let's correct that. Like this. And as we can see, we can't rev this little engine. That is very unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. So maybe we need to go the Honda way. Let's go the Honda way. The Honda way is the 4-valve dual overhead cam. Yes, that is much better. And the engine takes quite a while to engineer. We have 100 horsepower in this one. Can we actually get it a bit? Just a bit, come on. Just a bit. Just a bit. No. No, not really. Not really just a bit. 100 horsepower is fine. I think I was a little too optimistic with my rev capabilities here, so let's back it off. Still a beautiful torque curve though. And how much do we lose there? Not too much. We can rev it to 7,400. That's proper good. Alright. And dual overhead cam 4-valve. That's also great. If you want to go even more bonkers, then you would put in the tiny V6. And that I can recommend if your company has specialized in crazy things like that. They would abso-fucking-lutely love this stuff. I mean, imagine a tiny car like this, we don't even see it, with a 1.8 liter V6 that revs to something like 8.5 or 9,000 RPM. Wouldn't that be amazing? Who wouldn't want to have a car like this? Like a tiny little bee driving around and crazy. Okay, so engine test. Yeah, sounds the deal. Okay, so here we go. Hatchback. There we have it. Oh, isn't it cute? Yes, it is. It is cute and really aggressive. Rear wheel drive we go. Keeping it simple. Manual. Because it's a driver's car. 5 gears. And it's not fast. It's not fast. But let's get the gearing set up appropriately. Second gear to 100. Nah, it's... maybe not. Maybe if we up this one a bit more overdrive, then we don't have to go to ridiculously spaced numbers. That is looking a bit better. Yeah, 41 is still extremely sporty. But, okay, open diff. We don't want all the wheel spin from our 100 horsepower. Radial tires, sports might be a little too expensive. Let's see. 577. No, that's fine. That is fine. Eco front rear 205s in 1995. Nah, man. Nah. Let's go with 185s. That's looking more reasonable. Yeah, entirely more reasonable. And how much wheel can we put on there? This is a little small, isn't it? Well, we can't put on much more than this. And we're at 65s. Well, that's not enough. We do want to have larger rims. That gives you better cornering. And can we put more? Yeah, 16s. Oh! That's not a look of car you would see. That's more like a concept car. Let's go with 15s. that would be really strange seeing a car like this. Anyway, then yeah, 1 piston. This is a lightweight car. I mean, lightweight. It's all good. It needs brakes because brakes make people happy, especially the grannies you're not driving over on the zebra crossing. What is this called? A zebra crossing? No, I don't even know. Killer can't speak today. Sorry, he's a little absent. But for the brake pads, nah, we don't have to go super aggressive. Like 40 between normal for drivability and quite sporty at 50. Yeah, and we can always tune this later. We don't need top speed. We do need a little bit of extra cooling for this one. We don't want to have the top speed, but a little bit of reliability on top of it. That's certainly not hurting. 5-seater? Yeah, it is a 5-seater. And it is cheap on top. Look at that. Premium CD. It's... Oh, fuck. We have premium CD available. So that's the thing with fun cars. You don't need much here. And look at the weight. That is 50 kilos or almost 50. No, it's not 50. It's 40 kilos, Killer Rob. 40 kilos, 41 kilos that we can't really afford. Yep. So go away. We go with basic cassette. Power steering. Interesting. You can destroy everything easily by just choosing electric. But no, we're not going to do this. We're going to choose variable not that again. Hydraulic. Didn't I say it wrong last time as well? Okay, but now we do have traction aids. What do we want? Traction control and ABS? Yeah, okay. It's a fun car that needs this, yes. And standard safety, it's all good. How about we go with standard springs for this one and put a little magic in here. Do we? Adaptive? Semi-active? No, that's way too fancy. Let's go with passive sway bars. Oh! Yeah, fun budget, already hit. Low comfort penalty. Well, that's the tuning on this shit. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's rock hard. Let's go for a sporty tune. There we have it. Where's my fun? Ah, there's fun. We can go a little bit extra. We hit the weight perfectly. 1,000 kilograms, that's what I was aiming for. So how do we best tune this? Roll angle seems fine. Drivability is spot on. And now we just need to take care of this problem. It's way too sporty in its setup. I think I have to do this via the tires. So how about you get a little bit more in the rear? Yeah. More fun? Is this more fun? No, it's less fun. Damn it, it's less fun. Oh, actually the fun cars have a seat range of 4 to 5, so we might be able to save a bit more weight by not making it a bench. Now, okay, well, we do have to tune the brakes properly. This is a mess. We can't even go drum rear. Drum brakes rear, there's no weight in the rear. This is looking quite okay. We're getting a bit of brake fade if we are going too low here with the size. So 220 it is, but is this fine? We do need less in the rear even. Okay, that's a good brake setup. We are just above the grip levels at a percentage base that is about the same. Yeah, that's spot on. And we saved lots of brake costs too. These brakes don't cost much, even though we have some pretty fancy vented discs front with 2 pistons. But now I need to fix this handling. This is not acceptable. Well, there's not much to fix, it seems, because they really like the car to be slightly oversteery, but not terminally so. This is all still looking good. These values are phenomenal for a car with 100 horsepower. And there we go. Now it even has a ride height that is acceptable, and it looks good. Not the design, but the tires. When you have a car that has so much focus on drivability, what you definitely need to consider is not going for a manual. How about we try an advanced automatic here? That is a lot different. Yeah, it is. Okay, well, that upgraded the car quite a bit. 125 now. Still have plenty of comfort to go around, and especially now with the automatic that has gotten better. I wonder if we want to give it a little bit more power. Let's see if a 1.7 liter engine would benefit it. So we are at 125.4. And now we're at 127.2. Yeah, so a little bit more power is good, because we are rear-wheel drive and we didn't have any grip problems whatsoever. So that is a good move. Maybe a 1.8 liter engine would be even better. So there we are. Now we are getting some rev problems here with the pistons, but that's not too much of an issue. We can just cut it short. Yeah, there we go. That's looking better. All the stats improved. Isn't that beautiful? That was a wise decision. Just a bit more engine in there. Alright, I've upgraded the tires to 205s for the extra engine that is in there. And that is the recommended size too. For the weight that is on top of it. How heavy is our car now? A little bit over a ton now. Okay, that's still fine. If you want to see a good way of killing your fun car, in all the categories except fun, just switch over to the super expensive sport interior, and everyone hates you. Yeah, that's not how you do it. Fun doesn't need any fancy interiors. Let's see if they actually favor basics. No, they don't. That's what I expected. And standard cassette, is that something you want? No. No, they're happy. No entertainment, maybe? No, definitely not. So we are spot on. We can invest slight amounts into the quality of the power steering and traction aids to improve handling characteristics. That is worth it, I believe. It does weigh down the fun budget category, but by how much is the question? Ooh, by quite a lot. So a +1 should be fine. Well, there's one more thing I would like to try, and that is play around with the suspension options, because we are currently looking at a category which is extremely heavy in the driving stats, and by driving stats I mean drivability and sportiness. And suspension does exactly that. And while we have tuned it already for this over here, rear damping might be a little on the high side. No, it was exactly on the right side. Yeah, actually, that is helping still. That is still improving, but I think this will be a step too far. Or is it? No, they still like it. But yeah, now they're equal front and rear, and that's good. Very high damping constants. But look at this beautiful curve. It catches up right down there when it hits the bottom and then stays with it for the rest of the time. That's spot on, nice. But yeah, what I do want to try is if we can't improve the suspension technology. Because that usually helps the driving stats a lot, and I would imagine that the fun category enjoys that. And it's not too expensive, neither in engineering nor in material costs. So let's go with semi-active. Okay, not a major improvement here. So now let's go back to adaptive. How much extra does it cost? Quite a bit for not much difference. Okay, and semi-active though. Oh yes, yeah, that is quite a difference. That is very much worth it. 133 in fun now. That's good. If we use progressive springs, it's even better. Oh, interesting. More comfort and yeah, okay. Also, we get more load capacity that way, even though it's not shown in the stats here, I believe. Let's see if it updates. Oh, it is updating. Okay, good. Good. So progressive springs can now load it down with your reasonable grocery shopping, and it will be still very sporty, so that you have all the milkshake on your windows, on the inside of your windows. So let's quickly check the markets. Doesn't look that nice. What? Word order. Killerob word order. Word order. What does it mean? Yes, it means that we should speak English on an English-speaking channel. This looks beautiful. We are green and everything. more or less. In all those categories we would still have some sales, even though we have a seat count penalty of 10% in a few of them. But this spans all the fun categories, which is exactly what this one set out to do. So the demographic target was fun and, in air quotes, hot hatch, right? And we've built a hatchback that is a fun car, so it's spot on for that. Yeah, let's check quickly the detailed stats. And this one is doing really well overall here. Plus 24.7% to drivability. Sportiness? Well, yeah, okay, the gearbox, it's the automatic, but it is a more drivability focused vehicle. It's not all that sporty. Chassis stiffness, not much we can do against that. And comfort. Is there any big boo-boo that we need to fix? No. No, because we do need the engine sound. The suspension tuning is still fine. Yeah, we can't do anything against this. This is tuned for drivability and a little bit of sportiness. Prestige. Well, it's not that important to a car like that. Safety. Nothing major in here. It's all good. Practicality. Yeah, we have plus 13.7% practicality. That's also good. Now, for good measure, let's just send it around the test track. Oh well, at least flew the first corner. Let's see how quick it is. Yes! And there we go, all the G-forces. Yeah, this is a good performer. Hey, it's a 136. That's reasonable for a 1995 car. A tiny hatchback. This car would have had many fans. I guarantee that. This is a really nice build. I'm happy with it. You would probably be able to get out a few more points here and there, but I think we've hit the target. We've made our point, and I hope you enjoyed, and see you guys next time.